Back pain isn't any fun. The discomfort you feel when your back aches can impact your quality of life. It can make it hard to get a good night's sleep, and it can keep you from moving and exercising. This workout includes stretches and mobility exercises designed to free up your hips, your back, and your neck so that you can move with ease. You can find more ways to stay strong and flexible at SilverSneakers.com. If you're interested in finding out more, click on the first link in the description box below. Okay, so grab a chair and let's get started. Let's begin with a movement called the Hourglass. So with feet a little wider than hips distance apart, gently soft knees, start to rotate the hips. Use your core strength and find out how your back is feeling right now. So with the Hourglass, our shoulders are moving in opposition to our hips. If anything feels uncomfortable, limit your range and slow down. All right, let's go the other direction. We just need a few of these. You can always do a few more during the day. This is a great mobility exercise through the hips. Back to center. Good. Try turning your toes in. So this is just a little different take on the Hourglass, and we just need a few. Do you notice any changes when you rotate the hips in? Let's go the other way. So sometimes a lack of mobility in the hips can contribute to back pain. And again, this is pain-free within your range. And then let's open out. We'll just take a few rotations with the hips turned out. Easy breathing. So we'll work on some of the areas that commonly can contribute to back pain. There's a lot of different reasons that we have discomfort in the back. All right, bring your feet closer together. Of course, you can sit for this cat-cow. So this is more of a dynamic stretch. Exhale, round the back. And then inhale, lift the tailbone first, and then lift your chest. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the back, opening the shoulder blades. Look down, so the back of the neck is long. Look down between your knees or between your feet. And then lift your tailbone first, arching the back to your pain-free range. Let's do one more. It just feels so good. Round, open the shoulder blades, unclenching the jaw will really help this. And then move back to center. Come on, all the way up. All right, a few rotations. And notice as you rotate, I'm gonna bring my hands to my sternum, and that just brings awareness to how much I'm rotating. Soften the knees, so the hips aren't rotating, we're rotating at the waist. Rotate, exhale, and inhale. Exhale, and inhale. Let's do one more. And again, paying attention, do you notice a difference side to side? And it's okay to have a different side to side. We're all a little asymmetrical. But working on mobility side to side will really help bring you to a place where there's less tension in the back. So our next movement you may not have done before. It's a side-to-side glide. So placing your hands on your rib cage, let's shift the rib cage right and left. I know it's a challenging movement. Think about keeping your hips static as possible and glide side to side. So maybe different muscles than you're used to using, but that's okay. And then roll the shoulders back and down. Let's do some hamstring stretches. I'm gonna do these in the chair because tight hamstrings can really contribute to lower back pain. So let's start with the left leg forward. I'll turn to the side so you can see a little better what I'm doing. But you're facing front in your chair, chest up, and then we'll hinge forward, almost like you're bowing forward with a neutral spine, and then chest up. And do you notice how that feels in the back of your left thigh? Lengthening the back of the neck, find a place to look at on the floor, unclenching the jaw, softening the left knee just a bit, and then gently push the left heel into the floor. So we're activating the back of the leg, the entire leg really, for 4, 3, 2, almost like you're trying to push the floor away. 1, inhale, and then exhale, we'll enjoy a little deeper stretch. So we activated the back of the leg first, and then we're going to enjoy the length as we breathe into this stretch. Exhale and release a little tension from the back of your leg. Inhale. Come on back up. All right, let's do the right side. Chest up, hinge forward with flat back. Relax your jaw, nod your head. You can do a little head shake to notice if there's any tension in the neck. Heart is lifted, spine is neutral. Gently press the right heel into the floor. My knee is very slightly bent. It's not locked. And I'm only pushing down about 30-40% of my max, but I am feeling my hamstring engage. 3, 2, 1. Without holding the breath, inhale, come up. Relax that contraction, and then let's hinge forward. Breathe, exhale into this stretch. Unclench, nod your head yes, very slowly. And then let's say a little no, side to side. You can lift your heart more, but keep the hinge in the hip. All right. How do you feel? You feel a little more stretched than you did? So let's take the right foot forward. We're facing the right side of the room. My left foot is back, knee under hip, and then my knee right over my right ankle. And I'm going to find my pain-free range. Our focus here is the front of the hip and the quadriceps, the front of the thigh. So pressing gently down into the floor. Do you feel these muscles as you tuck about 30-40% of your max? Do you feel these muscles working? Almost like you're trying to push your knee forward as well. 3, 2, 1. Now relax into the chair. Gently tuck and engage your gluteal. Another option would be to rise up out of the chair, which increases your extension. Maintain the pelvic integrity, the tuck, and then you can pat yourself on the back and lean over towards the back of the chair, whether you're seated or standing. Open your chest. If this doesn't feel good, then stay very upright. Relax, neutral. If you're up, come down, and then we'll open our stance and turn to the other side. Make sure you're supporting on the chair. Find that tip, that tuck somewhere in the center. Chest up, support, and then gently push down and almost like you're trying to scoot your foot forward. Do you feel these muscles tighten up? Just for 4, 3, 2, breathe, 1, and then relax. And when you contract first, it brings a little bit of awareness as you relax and release, engage your gluteal. When you contract first, you can get a little more release oftentimes. Standing or seated is good for this one. And you might move that back leg and find comfort. Also stretch. We're not going to go beyond our limits as we stretch. Let's bring the arm back down and step ahead. I'm going to keep a wide stance as I hinge forward with my right shoulder forward without pushing or cranking on your back. Come back to center, and then left shoulder can come forward. Back to center and roll your shoulders. Heel toe in. Right ear is going to move towards the right shoulder because we're lengthening through the left ear. Reach the left arm back, and I'm going to support. If you support the weight of your head, your muscles aren't tensing up to support. You can often get a little more range here. Do you feel it through the jaw? Make sure as you release the head that it feels good And then, as an option, you can turn the head and look towards the right shoulder. And as you do that, you might find a little bit more stretch. You might even feel it up in your forehead. Looking back towards the front, lift up. Let's try that on the other side. Support, find your pain-free range, reaching the right hand out. Feel that really nice stretch. The head can go back a little bit if it's drifted forward, and that'll help you really set this stretch where it needs to be. Unclench, relax. You can remove the left hand and turn and look towards right past the left shoulder. Look towards the front of the room. Help yourself back up. And then nod the head a few times. And then a little side to side. For best results, dedicate at least a few minutes to stretching and mobility work every day. If you can commit to stretching at least 3 times each week, you'll likely see positive changes. And remember, don't stretch through pain and breathe slowly and deeply. So stay strong and flexible, and don't forget to check out our live classes at the link below.